Your blood pressure is one of the most vital signs of your overall health, offering a fascinating glimpse into the hard work your heart and blood vessels are doing every second of every day. Think of it as the force of blood pushing against the walls of your arteries as your heart pumps it around your body. Understanding these numbers is not just for doctors, it's a powerful tool for you to take control of your long-term well-being. Knowing your numbers is the very first step in protecting your heart from future problems. This simple measurement can tell us so much about the pressure inside your circulatory system, which is crucial for delivering oxygen and nutrients to all your organs. When you see a blood pressure reading, it's always two numbers, one on top of the other, like a fraction. The top number is called the systolic pressure. This measures the pressure in your arteries. When your heart beats, it's the highest pressure your arteries experience. The bottom number is the diastolic pressure, measuring pressure when your heart is at rest, in between beats. This is the lowest pressure your arteries are under. For example, if your reading is 120/80 millimeters of mercury, 120 is your systolic pressure, 80 is your diastolic pressure. Both numbers are equally important for assessing your heart health. Next is the pulse pressure, the difference between systolic and diastolic. Here it's 40. A consistently high pulse pressure can indicate stiffer arteries, a condition common with aging and a risk factor for heart disease. Another term is mean arterial pressure, or MAPE, useful for clinicians, but you don't need to memorize it to understand your readings. One of the most curious things about blood pressure is that it's not a fixed number. It's a dynamic measurement that changes constantly throughout the day. Your body adjusts your blood pressure to meet its needs. For instance, when you stand up, your blood pressure might briefly dip and then quickly adjust. When you exercise, your heart pumps harder, so your systolic pressure naturally rises. Even a moment of stress or excitement can cause a temporary spike. This is perfectly normal and shows your system is responsive. However, readings in medical settings can be misleading. White coat hypertension is when your readings are higher at the doctor's office than at home. The opposite, masked hypertension, is normal in clinic but high in daily life. It can give a false sense of security. That's why monitoring outside the clinic gives a truer picture. Your doctor looks for patterns over time. Is it consistently high? Does it spike at certain times? Is it different at home? Gather evidence, not just a single snapshot. Measuring at home gives a more accurate picture. It empowers you to track your health and share useful data with your doctor. Use a validated, automated monitor from a pharmacy. Choose an upper arm cuff, more accurate than wrist models. Follow a consistent routine for reliable results. First, find a quiet time and place. Avoid caffeine, exercise, and smoking for 30 minutes before. Sit with your back supported, feet flat and uncrossed. Support your arms so the cuff is at heart level. Sit quietly and relax before measuring. Wrap the cuff snugly, with the bottom about an inch above the bend of your elbow. Press start, stay still and don't talk as it inflates and deflates. The monitor will display your systolic, diastolic and pulse. Take 2 readings about a minute apart or 3 and record the average. Measure at the same times daily, morning before meds and evening. Keep a log in a notebook or app. Your log helps track trends, see how treatments work and guide decisions about your care. The wonderful news is that you can influence your blood pressure through simple, everyday lifestyle choices. You don't necessarily need to jump straight to medication. Small, sustainable changes keep your numbers in a healthy range. Aim for at least 150 minutes a week of moderate activity, brisk walking, cycling, swimming. A stronger heart pumps with less effort, reducing force on arteries. Focus on fruits, vegetables, whole grains and lean proteins. The DASH, dietary approaches to stop hypertension, diet, include potassium and magnesium-rich foods, plus fiber. Reduce sodium. Much of it hides in processed foods like bread, soups, and ready meals. Read labels and choose low-sodium options. Even a small cut in salt makes a big difference. Manage stress and protect your sleep. Try mindfulness, yoga, time in nature, or a hobby you love. Most adults need 7 to 9 hours nightly. If you smoke, quitting is one of the best things you can do for your heart. These habits work together to protect your cardiovascular system. Think of them as positive investments in your long-term vitality. While we often focus on high blood pressure, it can also be too low. Hypertension. For many, naturally low pressure isn't a problem and can reflect good health, but if it drops suddenly or causes symptoms, watch for dizziness, fainting, blurred vision, nausea, fatigue, or trouble concentrating, especially when standing up, and talk with your doctor. Most people with high blood pressure have no symptoms, which is why it's called the silent killer. Seek immediate care if it's extremely high, for example over 180, systolic or 120 diastolic, and you have chest pain, shortness of breath, severe headache, vision changes, confusion, numbness, or weakness. Be proactive. Know your numbers with regular monitoring, either at your doctor's office or at home. If readings creep into the high range, schedule an appointment to make a plan. This may mean more intensive lifestyle changes, or if necessary, starting medication. Your blood pressure is a personal story, and you are its most important author. Understand your numbers, measure accurately, and live heart healthy. You can write a healthier future for yourself. Listen to your body and partner with your doctor. Protect your heart so it keeps beating strongly for years to come. If this helped, like and subscribe, and comment what number surprised you most, and one small change you'll try this week.